time for the recap, if anybody can remember.
I remember me and Brachius were unable to see lava coming right our way, and
before that
getting burned.
We were fighting some Vermeerge minions with Modrons attached to them, or Modrones, or however that is pronounced. We were fighting them off. I was going to say beating them off, but that would be a slightly different fight.
That was gross.
Hashtag.
When some of the surviving ones jump into a pit, or at least a tunnel that went straight down, and Brachius and Roughstool decided, of course, to follow after them because they were fleeing. We went down the pit after them and found ourselves in an empty room. Brachius at that point had been unaware that the lava in the rooms behind us was rising. So it didn't occur to him, there was no reason for him to think that, hey, maybe the lava will spill over and start to fill this room we're in. But we were down in this otherwise empty room. There were some runes on the wall. We were trying to figure out where these Vermeerge minions ran to. Roughstool began punching the wall, and Brachius, unaware of the rising lava, wanted to read what the runes said. So he began casting Comprehend Languages as a ritual, which takes 10 minutes. So less than 10 minutes later, lava started to pour into the room we were in. He then ran over and began also punching the wall with Roughstool, hoping that we would break through into whatever secret tunnel there must have been. Actually, before all this, at the beginning, Brachius somehow, or at least Breaker claims that he met and had tea with Sophia Struthers, who is in some way related to Sally Struthers. He doesn't really know the details.
Do you want to make more money? Sure, we all do.
But he's pretty sure that he had tea with Sophia Struthers, and she offered to give him back his living body and take him out of Brachius's body. But he declined. He is only filling in for Brachius for a short time. He doesn't necessarily want to permanently leave the afterlife at this point. While the room began filling up with lava, he called on Sophia Struthers to save not himself, but Roughstool. And in PMs with Peter, he tried to get her to save Roughstool, and he got no response whatsoever, although she did repeat her offer to bring him back an elven body that he can live in.
Train at home for a better career.
And actually, he didn't really understand that offer because he thought she would just bring him back an elven body like in the room, which would then burn up in the lava, which didn't seem like a smart plan. So he instead used some magic and an action point to try to teleport Roughstool back up the tunnel we had jumped down. At the time, unaware that Roughstool was going to have any means of getting him up. This was really just save the Chosen One, because the Chosen One is obviously going to defeat the Vermeerge. And he knew Brachius would accept that sacrifice to save the Chosen One. Or at least he hopes so, because otherwise he is going to get an earful at some point. But Roughstool was able to get him back up the pit as well. So we were still in a set of tunnels that were still filling with lava. Breaker was mostly dead at that point. He had like one hit point remaining after shenanigans. So Roughstool put him on his back, even though he was in a gigantic ape form, and bounded over the lava, around all the way around the winding set of tunnels until we got back into the entrance tunnel we first appeared in. At which point, because he still had a spell slot left, Breaker Misty stepped across the final remaining gap of lava, so that way he wouldn't actually have to jump 2 15-foot leaps, which he probably couldn't have done at that point. Meanwhile, some other stuff happened to other people, so yeah.
And now at home in your spare time, you can get your career diploma or even your degree.
We thought it would be a good idea to fight this thing alone. The guy with the wand of Orcus. Because what could possibly go wrong with fighting someone with a magical wand every demon in the whole galaxy wants?
This is true. Although originally we didn't know how far the Wand of Orcus had taken him, so
Yeah.
we ended up backtracking all the way back to the main room with the water, the first room that we came into, and ended up just fighting an Oink Devil at first, not realizing the scope of the shenanigans happening in the main room, then later discovering several portals to hell and the guy holding the wand of Orcus on the platform. I don't know how many, it took us quite a few rounds to get him down, but eventually we downed the guy. Durbin tried to pick up the wand of Orcus in bird form and instantly KO'd.
Another demon came and took the wand.
Yep.
Tried to take the wand, so we had to kill him as well.
Yep. And then Tad and Gick tried to pick up the wand.
That didn't go so well.
Immediately died.
Yep.
Yes.
And then and finally, after Durbin got revived, or not revived, but healed by Serene, Serene then picked up the wand and was actually able to hold it.
Yay, high constitution modifiers.
Right. We later realized that had Durbin succeeded in holding the wand, it might have just killed him outright because of old age.
Yes.
37. Yeah. And after that, I believe we backtracked back to the room where we found the
apes.
Yeah, the room where we found the two apes. After meeting back up with Breaker and Repstuhl.
And in the meantime, that entire room with water is being infested by hell.
Choose from any one of these courses: high school, TV, VCR repair, computer programming.
We were trying to figure out a way to solve that problem. We haven't come up with a good solution yet.
I was feeling it involves action points.
Yeah, I believe that leaves us there.
And for some reason, we didn't kill all these dwarves.
No, we brought them back.
Yeah, you brought them back.
Yep.
Yep.
They're no longer controlled.
Even after someone who will remain unnamed decided to stab one of them again.
Yeah. One of the freshly revived dwarves got shanked immediately.
I would like to state the entirety of the last game we played took exactly 2 minutes 54 seconds in game time.
Damn. That was a hell of a 2 minutes.
Auto mechanics, bookkeeping, learning the personal computer, electrician, legal assistant, animal care specialist, interior decorating, child daycare, medical dental office, gun repair, florist, teacher aide, catering and gourmet cooking, electronics.
Mother, yes, I need to use the phone.